Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. Today's going to be just a simple topic. The benefit of doing normal things. All right? And I'll make it all kind of make sense in a minute or two. But if you would, just allow your body to relax and breathe. Just relax. If you feel like I can't relax, become a little bit more relaxed. Maybe not completely, but a little bit more. Recovery is it's all about incremental improvements, not giant leaps forward. So, right, the benefit of doing normal things. So, what the heck is Dan talking about? What do you mean normal things? So many of us have become so preoccupied with our symptoms, with our health, with our fears, with our worries, that we're not really living or doing much else other than, being completely captured by these symptoms, fears, worries, our overall health projections into the future of a lifetime of misery, right? And so one of the concepts which I teach, and one of the ways that we can show the brain that we're actually safe and actually okay, is to engage in life, right? A lot of people will say, yeah, but I hurt too much. I can't do normal stuff. Or I can't do life. I can't go for a jog. I can't go for a walk. I can't go out with my friends. My symptoms don't let me. So there is a benefit in doing as many normal things as you can. That might be getting to the kitchen to make yourself breakfast or lunch or dinner. It might be, going outside and sitting on the front porch and, catching some sun. It might be reading a book. It might be watching a TV show and smiling and laughing a little bit. Normal things. This is not a to-do list. It's a live life list, right? A lot of people are like, I don't know what I'd do. I've been having my symptoms for so long. I don't know how to have fun. I don't know how to engage in life. So a good exercise to go through is to ask yourself, if I didn't have these symptoms, what would I be doing? And the simple suggestion is, do that, right? It doesn't have to be this grand achievement. Do normal things, as many as you can. I just did 2 success stories today. I recorded today, and they'll be coming out over the next week. And one of them, pretty much when she noticed symptoms, she would say, "Thank you, I see you," and then she would go do normal stuff. That was it. It wasn't overly complex. Acknowledgement, no fear to fuel the symptoms, no obsession about the symptoms, no attempt to fix the symptoms. Hello, thank you, acknowledgement, and then she focused on doing normal things. Your normal things are going to be different than somebody else. Dan, what exactly should I do? Should I do this, that? What would you like to do? What would engage your brain in something aside from your obsession with the symptoms? There is such a huge benefit in doing normal things, because guess what happens? When you do normal stuff, your brain goes, they're doing normal things. Oh, I guess they're okay. Because they wouldn't be doing normal things if they weren't okay. And this is so simple, almost too simplistic, but it's actually the simple stuff that works the best. We don't have to make recovery this huge, grand, complex, multi-step, 15-point checklist every single day for the next 2 years process. Simply put, know what causes symptoms. a brain perceiving danger. Decide that this applies to you. Is this pdp.com? Take the assessments. Know there's a cure. And then decide I'm capable of implementing it. And I make this stuff really simple to implement. I lay out the roadmap every day in these daily videos. You get bits and pieces of it. You watch me long enough, you'll have the whole thing. If you want to fast start it, go to dansfaststart.com. I lay it out in a group of about 14 or 15 of my, best of collection of videos. And if you want some direct access to me and interact with me in a coaching format, so you can sit and ask me a question, get some direct coaching, join the group, painfreeyougroup.com. But again, this stuff isn't that complex, folks. Do normal things. Your brain will notice you must be okay because you're doing normal things. You don't have to panic. Panic is never the solution. Freaking out is never the solution. So do less freaking out, less panicking, more living. Make living your life more important than hyper-focusing on your symptoms. Because the symptoms will stick around as long as you're focusing on them and making them your priority. They're going to stick around. And I know this is hard as heck. I'm not suggesting turning your back on the symptoms is going to be easy, because how easy is it to take your attention away from something you're terrified of? It's not possible. You're locked in a room, there's a tiger, it looks hungry, and it's growling at you. How easy is it to take your attention away from that tiger? You're not going to be able to because you're terrified. You're afraid of that. Right? And so when I say do normal things, but you're still terrified of your symptoms and of your experience, it's going to be hard to take your attention away and do normal stuff. So that's why it's so important to get the foundation down. What's causing the symptoms? Just a misinformed brain, perceiving danger where it really doesn't exist. Your brain's working fine is operating on fear and misinformation, period. So once you understand what's going on, it's easier, not easy, but easier to dial down the fear. Make an actual decision. I am not going to fuel this fear with anything more. Look, it's okay to have a little bit of fear. I don't like hurting. Nobody likes hurting. But I can rationally, intellectually make a decision and remind myself often that these symptoms are not harmful. They're not dangerous. They're not doing any damage to me. They're not pleasant, but I know what causes them. The brain perceiving danger incorrectly. And I know there's a solution, and I'm capable of it. So what the heck am I so afraid of? So we got to dial down the fear so we can shift our attention. Because if you try to shift your attention and do normal stuff while you're still terrified of your experience and of your symptoms, good luck. It's not possible to take your attention away from something you're terrified of. So if you are still terrified of your symptoms, job number one is to get super, super clear that you're actually okay. You just have a brain that keeps on turning on these false alarms. And I know that in and of itself might seem scary, because we all may have stories that say, but I'm too anxious. How am I going to teach my brain I'm not afraid when I'm terrified? One step at a time, incrementally. Did a video yesterday. Focus on feeling safer. Not completely safe. Focus on feeling safer. Right? That was yesterday's video. Go watch it. So, focus on feeling a little less afraid. It may be impossible for some of us to be completely unafraid. Right? I think I'm about as close to that as you can get. Because if I get a symptom, I kind of chuckle and laugh at it, and I know what it is. I'm not concerned. I know what to do about it. But for many of us, it's going to be challenging to get completely unafraid. So make it a goal to become more unafraid, less fearful. Right? I feel more safe right? Increments. Nothing needs to be perfect in order to get better. Baby steps, a little bit at a time. Doesn't matter if you, are a super slow walker. You can eventually walk a mile or a marathon, one step at a time. You remember the tortoise and the hare story? Who won that race? The tortoise. Slow and steady wins the race. This is not a competition. This is not a race. There's no hurry here. As a matter of fact, the more pressure you put on yourself to hurry this up, the longer it's going to take. Just remember, there's a lot of benefit in doing normal things, primarily because that is not just telling your brain, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe. But you're going to look over your shoulder and go, hey brain, look at me doing normal stuff. I really am okay. Watch me. I'm going to do more normal stuff. And let's work together, brain. Let's be a team here. I'm going to show you that we're okay. And once you recognize that we actually are okay, you can turn these symptoms off. Until then, bring them along. That's fine. See how this stuff works? And see how talking to your brain goes way beyond, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe. Brain doesn't believe that. Use more words. Have a legitimate intellectual conversation with yourself. That explains why you're okay. The fact you've done the assessments, you know that you're definitely okay. You understand how the system called the human body and brain and pain works. Use those words. Explain it to yourself. Because the more you hear it, the more you say it, the more your subconscious brain's going to believe it. And when you combine the intellectual understanding and knowledge of this stuff along with doing normal things, which is showing and proving to your brain that you're okay, even if doing those normal things hurts or flares up some symptoms, you're still showing your brain, I'm unconcerned. You don't need to be concerned. See how this works? Not terribly complex. So, do normal things. And if it hurts, so what? Keep doing them. Show your brain you can do normal things in a calm, cool, relaxed manner. Right? It's a way to make a lot of progress. And keep your eyes out. Over the next week, we're going to be launching 2 success stories. Agnes and Laura. 2 great success stories. So keep an eye out for them. And I guess we'll see you tomorrow. Love you.